Hi everyone. So let's do a what are you manifesting spread. This is a good idea to do a manifesting spread about once a week because we are always manifesting whether we know it or not. So it's always kind of a good idea just to check on those energies that we're bringing in. And for those of you who are intentionally manifesting, this is a good chance to see if those things are coming in. So we're starting with the Tower, the Empress, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, Seven of Wands. Underneath, Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Devil, Five of Pentacles. Underneath everything is the Ten of Wands. So when I see this Ten of Wands underneath everything, it tells me that you've taken on a lot of something, some kind of responsibility. Maybe you're headed towards your purpose. The Ten of Wands can be very purposeful in the fact that someone, in this case you, take on a lot of responsibility because you know that's what you're meant to do. You know you're driven towards a purpose, and so that's what you are doing. Based on the cards that we're seeing here, because I see three of the fives, it feels like this is a very transitional kind of period for you, that maybe with this Ten of Wands, it's time to put that down. Whatever it was that you picked up that you feel like you need to be doing, this might be the right time to maybe perhaps take on something else or take on other responsibilities or perhaps just move in a different direction altogether, because the tens are the end and the Ten of Wands can be very burdensome and very heavy. So it feels to me like you're in a current energy of this Tower where perhaps maybe you feel like the rug was pulled out from under you. Perhaps you feel like something really wasn't fair because you took on so much responsibility, but you still didn't get whatever it was that you wanted to get out of it. But I feel like you need to, there's a message coming through about really seeing the inner wisdom that comes from a Tower. Really try to see the clairvoyance that comes through, the messages, the synchronicities, the signs, whatever comes through when there is a Tower, because the Tower is always done for you and not against you, no matter how that feels, because the Tower generally is pretty uncomfortable. And all of these fives are very uncomfortable too. Five of Swords, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles. These are all very uncomfortable energies. So it feels to me like you're just transitioning from one thing to another. Perhaps something you put a lot of your heart and soul and purpose into just didn't work out. But I see you moving into this, these Seven of Cups, and there's a seven here. So there's repeating numbers. We've got sevens, we've got fives. You're moving into this energy of Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is another transitionary type of card, because when you have these seven cups in front of you, it's saying, try something new. Don't order what you always order from the menu at your favorite restaurant. Try something new. And I don't mean that specifically. That's supposed to be a metaphor. But this is about when this Tower comes down, or because this is happening, don't do what you've always done. Do something else with the Seven of Cups. Try something else with the Seven of Cups, because the more you repeat things that aren't working out, the more towers you're going to make for yourself. So the Seven of Cups is a really good opportunity for you to kind of reflect on perhaps choices you made in the past, or just being very introspective is what I'm getting, and perhaps about your inner wounds or why you take on too much work. The Ten of Wands can sometimes be a card of people pleasing. So it could be that you're spending too much time taking on responsibilities that are not yours, that the universe is just saying, try something else. We're taking this away from you. Whatever this was that you put so much work into, the universe is like taking it away from you to try to show you something, that it's time to choose something else. The Empress is showing up in your trigger position. So it's kind of letting me know that you are not really, you're stuck is what I just got, that your growth has been impeded because you're taking on too much responsibility or too much weight, perhaps for other people. And so it's impeding your own growth. It's impeding your own ability to create. It's getting in your own way. It's created blockages for you, this 10 of Wands. But that's why I like that the Tower is here, because it's telling me that there's been a divine intervention, that the universe is trying to help you get rid of these 10 wands, even if it has to rip them out from you. That's what that message is really saying. But you see yourself as wanting to hold on to this. The Four of Pentacles is about not letting go of something. So it's making me feel like this Tower is more painful than it has to be for you, that whatever was taken away from you, or whatever upheaval just happened to you or is currently happening to you, you want to hold on to these 10 wands so bad, but the universe is really not allowing you to. And I feel like that's, again, I think it's stopping you from reaching your goals, or the financial assistance you need, or the creative endeavors you want to start on. I feel like you are in your own way is really what this is saying, because I see the way you're headed right now, that the Five of Pentacles is the potential final outcome, which is still the same energy that the Tower is giving me, that you're still being pushed out from something or pushed away from something. So the Five of Swords, this is your soul. Your soul is asking you to not lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself about what these 10 wands are. If the universe is trying to take this away from you, so whether this is a person, relationship, situation, job, it doesn't matter, because it's going to be different for everyone. But when the universe takes this away from you, don't lie to yourself that it's what you want, because the universe wouldn't take it away from you if it was what you wanted, or what you really needed, or what was for your highest good. So this is just saying to really use, especially with the Empress in your trigger position, it's asking you to really use your intuition and your intellect to understand that these 10 wands are meant to be put down, and you don't have to hold on to them so tightly. There's a person in your energy showing up as this King of Wands. So the King of Wands is a really confident type of energy. The King of Wands is someone who's not afraid to jump into the ring and compete, and loves to win, and doesn't lower their standards. Just a very, very confident energy. And so with this person being in your environment, it feels like this is part of the problem, that this 10 of Wands and this King of Wands are linking to each other, that this may be the person that you've taken on too much responsibility. You've taken on too much of the weight of this relationship. You may be people pleasing this very specific person, but it feels like they have been leaving you feeling some kind of way, broken or heartbroken or destroyed in some way, because of all these cards that are just these transitional cards, where the universe is really trying to say to move away from this. You don't have to hold on so tightly to this person, because it's really creating obstacles and blockages for you. So this Five of Wands, I feel like, is what I just said. This Five of Wands is that very competitive type of nature that I feel this King of Wands brings to the table. The King of Wands can be a Leo energy. The Five of Wands is certainly a Leo energy, which is why I know these link back together. But it feels like you've had some kind of competition with this person. Instead of working together, it feels like things went sideways in this particular relationship, whatever this is for you. If it's personal, if it's platonic, if it's romantic, if it's professional. But it feels like this person has made you feel unstable or not supported, that you feel like this person sort of put you in pain, or made you afraid, or made you cautious, instead of working with you, is what I'm getting. But then this Devil is giving me the same energy as this Four of Pentacles, that you're still attached to this energy. You're still attached to this person. There's a shadow side of you that doesn't want to let this go. That the Devil is about attachments, and unhealthy attachments, and not seeing perhaps this person as clearly as you could be. The Devil on your shoulder is still telling you to stay here and take on the responsibilities of this person, even though it's impeding your own growth. So I love this though, because this is what you're manifesting in. And that's the question that we asked. You're manifesting in a Seven of Wands. And a Seven of Wands is about not lowering your standards. Not lowering your standards, because you can see that if you continue on this path with this person, taking on their burdens, holding on to them, being attached to them, that it's just going to leave you over and over and over again in this Tower and Five of Pentacles energy. It's this idea that this just keeps repeating, that this cycle that you're in with this person, you just keep perhaps giving them second chance after second chance, and you keep reconciling, or you keep making amends, or you give them another opportunity to come in, but then the Tower comes down and then you feel rejected again, and then they run again, or whatever that is. But I love this Seven of Wands being in this position, because this is about you not lowering your standards, not for anyone. So I feel like you're really manifesting in this Leo type of confidence. And I'm not saying you are a Leo. I am not saying you're dealing with a Leo. Some of you probably are. But this confident solar plexus energy that you're bringing in, because you're just so tired of doing everything for this person who doesn't seem like they even respect you. Seems like they just want to pick fights with you or prey on this fact that you're so attached to them. But I see you manifesting in this ability to stand tall and maintain your dignity and getting the respect that you deserve, because you know it's never going to come from this particular situation. So let's get a couple of these Prism Oracle cards to see if there are other messages that want to come through. So we have balance, and then we have flow. So this is about this, you letting go, going with the flow. Underneath we have sweetness. This is about finding that sweetness in you. I'm connecting this with the Empress here, that it's time for you to really just let this go. Go with the flow. That's where you're going to find your balance. That the more you hang on, the more you're attached, the more pain you're causing for yourself, and the more you're getting in your own way. So this is really about balancing your own inner feminine and masculine, so that you can detach from this situation and then allow the universe to just take you down the road you're supposed to be going down, because that's the thing that's going to lead you to this confidence to stand up for yourself. So let go is what I just got. And then from this deck, we have, I wonder what will happen next. Ready to adventure, precipice of change, and pause before action. And that's what we were saying with all these fives. It feels like you're in a very transitionary type of period right now. And this one says, law is not justice, rules that are not fair. Yeah, this person didn't play by the rules. This person took advantage of perhaps your sweetness and wanted to just continue in that cycle with you, but you're waking up to that. You're saying, I wonder what will happen next. What will happen if I let go of this person? So that's the energy that you're in. You're not letting go of them yet, because this Four of Pentacles and Devil are still here, but you're contemplating what would happen if I did. And that's a really great next step. But I do see you manifesting in this self-respect, dignity for yourself, and just saying, I'm not lowering my standards anymore. I'm not putting myself purposefully in a tower and in a Five of Pentacles. I'm not doing that anymore. So there you go, collective. That is what you are manifesting. Please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.